Okay, so for the frosting, what we're going to be doing is tearing the paper. We don't want to use scissors because the really nice smooth straight lines that the scissors make will not really look like frosting, so we're going to be tearing it. These are your tearing fingers, and we're just going to pinch the paper and pull, and that will make a controlled tear. We don't want to tear this up like we're just throwing in the trash can. We want to do a nice neat tear. First thing we want to do is we want to get rid of this smooth straight edge on the paper. So you're just going to tear along the edge, and if you look, do you see how much I'm tearing off? Not very much at all. Just stay really, really close to the side of the paper and use these fingers to pinch and tear. If you start to tear in to the paper, make sure you just pull the other direction to pull it back out. And so you're just going to tear all the way along the side, and you can do this if you want. Just tear with one hand so the other hand can kind of keep it going the right direction. This goes in the trash can. It does not go on the floor. It goes in the trash can. If you want to keep all of them in a pile until you have it all done, then you can throw it in the trash can, but we are not using these little tiny pieces. Okay, once you have the edges all torn, then we're going to tear this into wider strips. You want these strips to be maybe 4 fingers wide, and this is going to be the start of our frosting here. So you can see I'm doing 4 fingers wide, and then I'm just going to pull down all the way across so I have a really long strip. You notice I tore it horizontal, not vertical, so we want it to be really long strip of frosting here. Once you have that done, you're going to get your frosting, the bottom of your cupcake, and this is going to be the first layer of frosting on here. You can see it sticks out just a little bit beyond the frosting bottom. That is good. That is how real frosting is. So then with your glue bottle, you're just going to put a line of dots across the top of your cupcake bottom, and then set your frosting on top. Okay, and then we need to tear another strip. And again, make sure you're tearing it horizontal, about 4 fingers wide. Now for this one, we do not want to just glue it on just like this and have it the same length as the first one, because if you think about how frosting is on a cupcake, it usually gets shorter or smaller as it goes up and kind of goes to a point, almost like a triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot this over, and I want this second piece to be just a little shorter than the first piece, and that looks good on this side. On this side though, now it's longer, so I'm going to scoot over here, about here. That looks like it's going to be a little bit shorter than the first one, and I'm just going to tear it off. Now I don't want you to throw this away because this could be used maybe for the very top. We can definitely use that later. And then I'm just going to put a line of dots of glue on here again and stick this on. And I'm going to continue to do this. And my frosting is done. Now, if at any point while you're tearing and gluing your paper, if you accidentally tore it wrong, maybe you tore the piece off too short and didn't go all the way down to the bottom, and you kind of end up with a bunch of short pieces, and none of them are long enough to really fit on here, you can piece 2 together and glue them together so it makes one longer strip to fit into your piece. And then if I had this one, I'd have to take some more of my scraps and make another piece. So you can piece them together if you need to.